Bruh, week 3 has been such a chaotic week with so much happening from the jury saves to the parrot spilling to the family quanta to the alliances and to the top 6. But you know what? Mado Africa is here to take you through the journey because this is BBN All Stars Review right here with Stephanie Nomabachu. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, let's talk about this jury. I know that everybody's upset and everybody kind of wanted like Sheyi to leave, but let's be honest, if I was part of the juror and like I had a friend who was bottom, I would not take them out. I personally would not take them out. But I also feel like the jury is a bit like bias because people on the timeline, people on the internet are giving reasons as to why like Sheyi should not be in the house. He has made some kind of misogynistic comment. He's always talking about women. He's always talking about everybody that he deems fit to talk about. So you being part of the jury, you should understand that the people do not want him in the house. And he has been the least person from the first time we voted until yesterday. But still, he's in the house. Like, it doesn't make sense. But I also feel like we should kind of extend grace because you would do the same. You would not want your friend to go home. Like, let's be honest. Really, let's really be honest. Also, I kind of wanted to give an order in which they'll be evicted from. Tolanibad is going. Neo is going. I also feel like Doyin is going. I don't think she has as much fans that I want her to have. But let's see. Let's really see. Let's really see. I don't know who's going to win the black card or who's going to be HOH this week. But that's why we are here, to enjoy the show. Now, Ebuka had mentioned that only 6 people were carrying the show and the rest were sleeping. In my own honest opinion, the 6 people, this is my unbiased opinion because there are some of the housemates that are carrying the show that I personally do not like. But the 6 people carrying the show in my order would be Venita, Ike, Ilebaye. I don't know if Ilebaye is still carrying the show because she used to carry the show in the first 2 weeks, but now she's like, she has dropped a bit. But like there's Ilebaye as well. There's Doyin, if we're being very honest, there's Adekunle and there's Sisi. Everybody in the level up house, that is Adekunle, Ilebaye and Doyin, are really, really carrying the show. And I think because they haven't experienced the stardom yet, like you wouldn't compare their seasons to every other person's season. I also feel like why the other people are not people like Mercy and the likes, why they are exactly not carrying the show is because they kind of have a brand, so they don't want to come on the show and like be messy just to trend because a lot of them represent very, very known brands. I think that is why only a number of people who are not very prominent are carrying the show. But at the end of the day, like we're enjoying it. I'm not complaining. They're giving me a good show. They are really giving me a good show. They are giving me a good script and I'm going to follow through with that. Also, let's talk about the tax. I feel like Big Brother shouldn't be giving them tax when they have something to do later in the day. Like, let me give you an example. On Saturday, like, I don't think it makes sense that everybody, after their workouts, everybody wakes up, goes to the gym, and then you see people sleeping, some people knitting, some people reading a book, some people just doing whatever they can to while away time. And then Big Brother will not call them to do their tax then. Big Brother will give them a tax at maybe 4 or 5 p.m., knowing fully well that they will still have to prefer for that tax, complete the tax, and then get ready to go to the party. Now, when they go to the party, it's boring because they've exhausted their energy during their tax. So I think it's not fair that Big Brother lets them burn their energy, knowing fully well that they have to party from 10. And the party becomes boring because nobody wants to dance. Everybody has spent all their energy fighting in a box or playing a game or trying to win in their team. Like, it doesn't make sense, really. It really doesn't make sense. Like, the housemates will be awake from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. You will not give them anything. When it's 4 o'clock, you will not go and call the HOH to come to the diary room to give him like the tax for the day. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Now, let's talk about the family issues. I'm not going to take sides because at the end of the day, like, I'm supposed to be my thoughts are very open. Like, I'm supposed to be very open-minded. But I also think that it's not fair that they are fighting. That is Naija and Venita. I personally do not think it's fair that they're fighting. I don't think it's fair that they're kind of airing their dirty laundry to the public. Like, it doesn't make sense. I personally will never, like, you will never catch me fighting with my family online. Like, I can't even find, my family is even too far. I can never find my friend online. You would just never catch me. So it's so weird seeing like cousins, actual blood cousins with the same surname. They even look like twins fighting for people's entertainment. And I also don't like that the housemates are kind of fueling it, because at the end of the day, if I were in the house and I saw that they were both fighting, I would try as much as possible to make them be cordial to an extent, because I mean, like, at what stake? Like, why are you fighting for Nigerians entertainment? And you know Nigerians are very morally, they like to carry morals on their head, like, don't fight your cousin, respect this, respect that. Like, it doesn't make sense that we're seeing people fight on the internet, like people who literally bear the same surname. Like, cut it out, you guys, really cut it out. Like, sit down, have a conversation, and like settle it, to be honest. Another thing I kind of wanted to address was the parrot spilling. I feel like Venita is the show. And I'm going to say it today, and I'm going to say it next week, and I'm going to say it 3 weeks after. She is the show, because every time the parrot has spilled, Venita's name comes up. Even on Sunday, when Ebuka asked Ike, asked Neo, and asked Pere a question, they all had to do with Venita. She is the show. And I think Venita has also clocked that. Why am I always in a conversation? Like, why do I need to be in a conversation? The one that happened with Doyin and Ilebaye, when the parrot revealed that somebody had said that Doyin is Ilebaye's puppet, the parrot also mentioned Venita's name. Like, why did Venita need to be in the conversation? Like, I understand, but like, why did you need to put her in the conversation when it could have just been taken out, and like they would have still had like significant meaning to what they were trying to pass? Like, it didn't make sense to me as to why she must be the villain of the show. Like, I feel like production has chosen Venita to be a villain. She suits the narrative, so she is the villain of the show. I also kind of wanted to point out how two-faced Doyin seems to be, because I personally think Doyin is very two-faced. I mean, like, you're upset that somebody called you a puppet master, but you yourself are fat shaming kid. And then when she realized that it wasn't gelling, she tried to underplay the situation. And when she realized that, I think Doyin wanted Adekunle to be the person to do the gossiping, until she found out maybe Venita had also confirmed that she moves like a puppet. Then she pipes down, because I feel like she doesn't want Venita's pepper. She doesn't want Venita's energy. I just think it's a bit two-faced. And Sheyi, anywhere they are talking about women, Sheyi Awolowo will be there. I mean, your grandfather fought for education. Like, you should speak educatedly. And I personally feel like Sheyi is only a good friend when it comes to like the Adenita ship being Adekunle and Venita. I feel like his own, that's like his priority in that house, to make sure that they're good, they're okay, they're kissing and whatnot. Personally, I feel like Sheyi should leave the house. He should leave the house. I feel like I keep saying it every week, but I really mean it. He should leave the house. Let's talk about strategies. Why did Ebuka, like, I feel like the strategy now will change, because Ebuka had already mentioned that 6 people are carrying the show. And now everybody now is trying to look for highlight. Everybody's analyzing, everybody's overcalculating. Like, you people should please, like, I know that you should overcalculate to an extent, but like, you keep on voicing it out. Why can't you calculate in your head and like say, okay, this is happening, okay, let me do things this way? Like, why do you have to constantly voice out your calculations? Please, you people are stressing me. I just want you people to wake up and be kissing. Like, don't be over stressing me with your calculations. Like, calculate in your head, please. Day your day, to be honest. Day your day. But I also feel like Ebuka mentioning that there is some kind of change. Now, people's strategies will change. Everybody now want to be the show. Everybody wants to be drama. Everybody wants to look for something to argue about or look for something to talk about. Like, please be yourselves. Like, you people said you are brand builders, so please continue building your brands. Don't come and start giving us scripted stuff now, because we've all clocked your game. Please, let's analyze the fights, because at the end of the day, like, if you're in a house, if I was in a house with 19 other people, I will tend to get irritated at the points. Now, let's talk on Angel and Ike, the fight that they had. I just feel like, personally, Nigerians fighting is so ras. Like, it's not classy. Like, I don't expect fights to be classy, but like, it's ras in terms of everybody starts to slut shame, everybody starts to broke shame. Like, why are we here? Like, why can't you fight with actual facts? Like, why do you need to resort to saying, oh, you sleep for money, or somebody saying, oh, you're here, you have a certain number of likes? Like, it genuinely doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, like, this is all stars, and you people are not even behaving like all stars. Like, to be honest, I feel like I preferred them when they were nobody and they got into the show. Like, now that they're all stars, everything is just a mess, because from never cleaning their rooms, because these housemates, they just never ever clean their rooms. They steal a lot. Like, no, let's actually talk about the brand. the branding now, because I remember Adekunle had mentioned when he was trying to settle like Venita and her cousin, he had mentioned that imagine the sponsors of the show. A lot of people who sponsor the show, like Pepsi is an international brand, Techno is an international brand. They are watching you people literally. So are you telling me that after the house, you think a big brand like Pepsi, even though Pepsi takes like a long time before they sign anybody, like you have to be in the industry for 10 years. But are you telling me that if they come out of the house, Pepsi will decide to pick somebody who steals a lot? Pepsi will decide to pick somebody whose house is, who cannot keep their houses clean, or pick somebody whose mouth smell. Like, do you really think Pepsi or Techno or any of these big brands will actually decide to pick somebody like that? Like, I mean, like whoever you are or whatever you're portraying in the house is actually who you are in person. That's why I feel like a lot of people, I don't want to be sued for what I will say, but I feel like whatever you're seeing in that house is how they actually are in real life. The house is usually always dirty. They never wash their plates. They're always stealing food. They're always causing chaos. They're just a mess. Like this is literally people who are stars, people who have millions in their accounts, and this is who you are. I was having a conversation with my friend, and my friend was saying it's because they have like housemaids in the house, so they haven't really gotten used to doing things themselves, because now they have people who constantly sweep their houses or does their laundry or cooks for them. But at the end of the day, like these are every human, like as long as you're a human, you should learn how to do some certain things. Like you should learn how to clean, you should learn how to take care of your personal hygiene, your personal space. You should learn how to cook. You should learn how to do a lot of things, because why do you have to constantly depend on somebody else? Now you're in the house, everybody can see that you're clearly dirty, you're a thief, you are just the thieving in that house is even what pisses me off the most, because like how would you wake up and steal chicken, like stealing food that is supposed to be everybody gather eat food, like, and you're stealing food. Like it really doesn't make sense, and this is supposed to be Big Brother All Stars. Like you people are acting ras as hell. I cannot look at a lot of them the same again, because now we've seen who you are. Because at the end of the day, I thought like after the house, you come out of the house, you become big, then your personality changes. But now you people are just worse than you people left. Really, you are worse than you left. All Stars is on All Stars now. Anyways, to round this up, we're gonna talk about the alliances. Like now, we have the house is divided into two. I don't know if the house is divided into two. So there's Pepe Dem Gang that's supposed to be Sheyi, Fraud, Mercy, and Venita. Then we have Adekunle, Ilebaye, and Alex in that circle. Pere, he's trying to form his own alliance. So we have Pere, we have Cross, we have Kid, we have T-Badge, we have Neo, but they're trying to still bring more people into their team. People like Doyin, because apparently Doyin and Ilebaye are fighting. So they're trying to recruit Doyin into their team. They're also trying to recruit Sisi, but they've clocked that Sisi has always been a one-woman army. Like she doesn't do alliances. She doesn't believe in alliances. I wonder how this will all play out, because now it's getting crazier. It's getting crazy. I want to know who will win, because now it seems like a tug of war. So there's the tug of war is Team A and is Team B. Team A being Pepe Dem Gang and others. Team B being Pere and his squad and others. I can't wait to see the clashes. I can't wait to see. There's just so much that's going to happen this week, and I cannot wait to like dissect everything. But at the end of the day, my name is Stephanie Nwambachu. This is Mado Africa. And what I do is I come on here every Monday to analyze the show, tell you what I think. I can't wait for all to be reviewed, but I'll be here always, every week, to tell you my own thoughts. Just make sure you follow us on all social platforms. You subscribe to our YouTube channel. You comment. Commenting is very important. Liking the video is also very important. But most importantly, you have to share. Share to everyone. Let everybody get the word out, basically. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week.